So piping is pretty much done. Just have to finish this welt over here, and that's it. Oh, wide band one is gonna be bank 1, and bank 2 over here. I have to cut it and do it. Check all the clearance, make sure it's all good. This space we leave for the downpipe, so that's why I swing this way. And this guy right here, too tight as possible to the engine because I don't want to touch the firewall. And yeah, it looks really good to me. And when I finish this, I'll set everything into the core, and then we will do the Wastegate location. So let me finish this. This guy's gonna be over here. It's pretty close. Should make it. 4 inch is gonna be intake, and it clears up the PCV, which is good. Yeah, that's how she's gonna be. So I weld the manifold. It's almost ready. I'm just waiting for the bank for wideband sensors, O2. And yeah, it's in the place to test the fit. Make sure after welding everything is in the place where it wants to be. And that's why I angle this turbo that much, so it will be clears out the firewall. This is S5. S4, S5 obviously got less room in the engine bay behind it, the engine behind the engine, so this kind of will work out for me. So I'm gonna go 4 inch short radius to 90, which is gonna be angled that way 90, and it's gonna be straight down there. The whole downpipe, it will be 4 inch all the way down to my 4 inch mid pipe, which is I have already in the car, 4 inch mid pipe, and split 2 exhaust for the 3 inch. And yeah, everything is in the place where I want it to be. That's what I was planning to do it. This is gonna be tricky part to fit everything in this area, and I'm working on it right now. I may do the silicone adapter or maybe aluminum 3D printed, and I'm just gonna weld it to throttle body and put the V-band in here. I'm not sure, this is not 100% yet, still working on it. Intake, it's pretty close what I need it to be, so it will be turning this way back here with a big filter. I'm gonna remove this coolant tank from my transmission cooling system, which is I'm gonna integrate it back to the engine. I don't really have a good result with the separating this because it heats up really damn a lot when I at stage, let's say, right? I'm waiting for my turn to race. Sometimes can take 5 minutes, sometimes can take 20, 30, 40 minutes. So like last summer at Pocono race, I was waiting for like 30-20 minutes and heat soaked really quick. My little radiator for the transmission didn't probably can handle it, and plus I have a fan, separate fan for it. It probably needs better intercooler, cooler for the transmission. So I'm decided to just keep my cooler with fan and integrate the coolant system into the engine coolant system. It will be like a still separate loop, just fitting from the expansion tank. And it will warm up in the cold time. It will warm up quicker, the oil, and should hold stable 100 degrees, 80 degrees coolant. Plus I'll have a separate radiator for that, just for in case. I can switch it on, and it's gonna help with the cooling a little bit. So yeah, overall it looks really good to me. I close the hood. It's pretty close. It's not touching the hood or anything like that, but I could probably do a little bit lower next time for the next project, like for this car or a 7, and I will go with the V-band most like it. So V-bend definitely gonna makes my life easiest. But I did the T4 just for in case if I wanna go different style turbos, and I was looking for the like completely top end power. So this is the way to go. But V-bend is probably gonna do same work, just less piping, not less piping, but it should be makes it life easiest. To get access to the bolts, it's not that bad. Like, you know, I had the T4 turbo before in my V6 car a long time ago, no problem to take it out. It's all accessible. Yeah, the downpipe and Wastegate. Wastegate location, yeah, that's gonna be a tricky one. That's another 4.0. So yeah, the Wastegate, that's the spot for Wastegate. It will be probably in here, I would say so, and it's gonna fit the tube down there, something like that. So yeah, like I said, I'm still working on it. Yeah, tight. So well, that's gonna be like this. Just plug this one. This is gonna go to the turbo. This is the return, and this guy gonna go to the Wastegate 4 AN, and this one 6 AN. This is oil for the turbo 4 AN, welded. Other side is blocked, nothing there. Coolant for the turbo 6 AN, and coolant for the supply. This is supply too. Coolant supply for the Wastegate. Alright, so we all set. We did all the pieces we needed. Let's put in the car, and then we can mount the turbo and start fabricate the downpipe. Turbo collector is in place. It's all bolt on and tight. This is kind of my custom rocket. It's so solid because that turbo weight lots of it's not light. And checking all the clearance, make sure we're all good. I gotta put another heat protection in here for the plastic, just the plastic. But other than that, came up really good. Downpipe is done. Wastegate is done as well. So it's gonna be one piece. It's kind of fit. But to pull it out of the downpipe, I have to take the second firewall in the future. If I have to do some transmission work, so I have to take the firewall, I have to take the turbo and downpipe, which is probably a little bit more extra work. But listen, whatever it is, you know, we want to go with the big power. So yep, that's gonna be my intake. Can't wait to do that. So I gotta weld that for the Wastegate the V-bend, and that's it. I gotta run all the coolant lines behind that turbo, which is right here, 6 AN fitting, and I have 4 AN that side before I drop the turbo. Then I drop the downpipe, and that's it. After downpipe, you gotta drop the secondary firewall and turbo, and gotta start do this in cold air intake, and I think we gotta do all the lines and everything. So yeah, it's getting there. Oh yeah, and I have to adapt my exhaust. It's probably gonna be another 2-day job for the exhaust. And yeah, here's my white bands, original O2 sensors. I'm gonna add in the future if I want to monitor a white band after the turbo, because now white band is gonna be before the turbo, and this is the back pressure sensor will be exhaust back pressure, which is really important. Yep, sorry for the welds. They're not really pretty. It's, as you see, I have a really small table. It's like 2 feet by 3 feet. And yeah, it's not that easy to do in this kind of job when you have no right table and tools, but it can be done. I mean, yeah, I guess next step will be, like I said, set everything in, finish the cold air intake, and I have to wait for the charge pipe, which is gonna go from the turbo into the throttle body. I have something coming up, so hopefully it's gonna be this Friday or this weekend. Yeah, that's it.